Hey guys, it's Kristina Kreep.
And Sara Stein, and today we are going to do our 50 random facts about us.
We're
tag.
gonna try.
We're gonna try.
We're gonna try. I don't know if we're that. Yeah, we are that
We are.
interesting. We are.
Yes. Okay.
So, where do we begin?
Let's see.
You were telling.
I'll tell it. I will mark it. So, my favorite director is John Waters.
I don't know how to ride a bike at all, whatsoever. Never have.
Thought I knew you.
I thought you knew that.
No.
Everyone knows I don't know how to ride a bike.
What?
No idea.
Okay. I'm really a brunette.
I am really a natural platinum blonde.
We're living lives.
We are. We're living total lies. You can actually see my little baldy roots coming in.
See, I got married on Halloween.
I had a Halloween-themed wedding in October, but not on Halloween.
When I was a kid, my favorite color was green.
I'm trying to think of something. I'm feeding off of you for sure. I'm trying to think of something else interesting. I am afraid of frost. I am. I hate frost.
Sorry. It's okay. It's okay.
You know this.
My favorite fruits are citrus. Anything citrus. I've been known to have a bag of lemon or lime wedges in my car. It's really weird.
This is harder than I thought it would be, actually.
I don't know.
My favorite movie of all time is not a horror movie. It is actually Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. We're only down to 5. This is getting serious.
Okay. We're gonna do this.
We're gonna do this.
Let me see. I don't know what my problem is.
I don't know. We're not thinking.
I lived in Maryland my whole life.
I haven't. I won't know most of my life, actually. I was born in Virginia. But I moved here when I was like 1 to Maryland, and then been all over Maryland. I moved all over Maryland.
Same. Right now, the wallpaper on my cell phone is Debbie Harry from Blondie.
I am a Swede. My maiden name is actually Janison, so I'm firstborn American, like first generation American.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my family's all Swedes.
That's cool. I come from like a family of quilters, and I don't quilt. Sorry, Grandma.
I've been to Sweden. I've actually been to Sweden, Aruba, Denmark, Greenland. I've been to a lot of places. I think that's all the places outside of America I've been.
The only place I've been to outside of the U.S. was Turkey.
I did not know that. We're learning things about each other too. Let's see. I have 2 kids.
Oh, this is sad, but the end of December, I had a dog that I had since I was in high school who I had to have put to sleep, and his name was Fidget, after a John Waters character, and I can't believe how much that wrecked me.
Yeah, I was there when you brought him home, and
He was a puppy.
Oh yeah.
Your turn.
Let's see. Okay, on a side note, I almost died on August 31st of 2014 when I had my daughter. I had a massive hemorrhage, and I was not supposed to make it. I'm a survivor.
Are you missing Destiny's Child?
Maybe. I always say I punched death in the crotch or whatever. I don't. That's a hell's nail.
Every Monday I go and watch, every Monday when it's on, I go and watch RuPaul's Drag Race at a bar.
That's true. You do.
I do.
That rhymed. I feel like there's so many more interesting things I could say. I did burlesque for quite a few years. I was a burlesque performer under the name of Kristina Kreep. That's actually not how it started to go.
My first job was a Halloween store.
My first job was Spencer's because I wanted to work at a Halloween store. So when I was 15, I applied and they hired me. And even though I was supposed to be 16, they just changed my age on the computer so I could work. And then I ended up working there for like 9 years.
I know, who didn't? Sorry, I don't know why I like that laugh, but it just went rolling out of me. Let's see. I went to Catholic private school for like 1st to 4th grade, and that was a holy experience.
I went to Lutheran school from kindergarten, actually preschool to 6th grade. I went to Lutheran school, and then I went to a Catholic school in 7th grade, and I got expelled.
You can't spell expelled without spell.
I was that Catholic school
Witch.
girl. Well, yeah. What you gonna do? I got hauled off into the office for my Wiccan jewelry many times and practicing voodoo amongst many things. But it was actually drinking at a school dance that got me expelled.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Very cool.
You're still punk rock at a young age.
I already had my hair dyed. Well, no, I'll save that for next one.
Okay.
There's too many to go down.
When we were in high school, I found out that the Montgomery County General Hall Pass was the same no matter what level you were in, and I stole a pack of them from my mom's work, and we were always excused from all of our classes.
Yes, we were. All the time, unquestioned. I was going to use my next one, and then I'll get back to that, but like, I actually dyed my hair black for the first time when I was only 11 or 12. I think 11.
I think for a good like 6 years, I used to go on family vacations to Myrtle Beach with all of my dad's side of the family. We'd like rent a penthouse and we would stay at the beach for 2 weeks, and that was an experience.
My first concert was actually the Smashing Pumpkins and Garbage, and it was the Melancholy Infinite Sadness tour. Yeah, that was my very first concert ever. Pretty cool. I was very young. Very young.
Oh, gee golly. I think my first, like, big name show was an HF Festival. Mm-hmm. And so there was, like, people like Godsmack, Eminem, Hoobastank, Good Charlotte, all those people. That was a lot of fun. And it was when they still did 2-day festivals.
Yeah, I remember that.
When that was still a radio station.
And on that note, I actually got to see The Cure when I was only 12. At one of their Miss Holiday Nutcracker shows.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Very, very good. So, just because it's related to The Cure, I went to the Curiosa Festival in 2004, and Muse had just become a band, and they were on the side stage. So I got to see them while they were on tour with Rapture, Interpol, all sorts of shit.
That's pretty cool. Pays the old. Let's see. Yeah, crap. This is so hard, man. This is really hard.
I don't know. We're in your house. Look on your walls. Look on your arms.
I know. My biggest obsession in life is the Munsters. I actually have Lily. This was the first big tattoo I ever got, like, because before that I think I had some like stars on my hips and a skull on my wrist. And then I have Herman's portrait on the inside. But it's my biggest obsession. I've been completely hooked since I was a kid. And I actually have a huge coffin that my husband built me for our anniversary 2 years ago, because it was wood. I think it was like for the 4th anniversary or 5th anniversary, whatever. I can't remember anymore. It's already getting old. That old brain started sitting in. But yeah, and it's filled with nothing but Munsters memorabilia. I've been collecting for Christ and a Cracker 17 years. It's almost 17 years now.
Very cool.
Love the Munsters my entire life. The Munsters.
Oh, gee golly. Before I met my husband, I went on a weird sort of I want to be independent and do things on my own type of deal, and I went and saw Peter Frampton by myself, and I think I was the youngest person there, and it was a really tiny venue too. It was Ramshead.
I've seen the Deftones more times than I can count because they're my favorite band. And that's starting way back about 16 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Every Tuesday is date night with my husband, and we usually go and have drinks and go to a movie.
Butch Patrick himself, Eddie Munster, goes with my Munsters obsession, I had to, personally asked me to write a chapter on Lily Munster for his coffin table book that's out right now. They're doing the second edition now, but like the first edition was like a hardcover one that I have. So yeah, I actually got to be published in a Munsters book because I had met Butch and we just, you know, he liked my family and we got along. We kept in touch.
1 year for my wedding anniversary, I was in Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania for their burlesque festival, and Michael Graves happened to be there for a show, and he convinced me to go to his show. Not that it was that hard to convince me, and he wished me and my husband a happy anniversary on stage, which is really cool.
Cute. I've danced on stage with B&B Nation. True story. I am a Shay. Okay.
At the last horror convention I went to, Matthew Lillard was there, and for whatever reason, out of all the films that I could bring up, I did bring up Serial Mom, but I did mention that I've seen the movie Summer Catch more than I should admit to, and he was like, oh yeah, where I'm running around in a man thong, and I was so embarrassed. I think I turned like 50 Shades of Red.
No, you did not. You said 50 Shades of something.
Ball of shit.
Hey, here's a ball of shit for you. Let me see. Oh, okay. I've been published as a model a couple times, but my favorite ones are absolutely when it's been in horror magazines. Like, nothing to do with, like, being a sexy chick, but, like, the really scary shit, like, modeling I've done, like, really crazy ones. So I've been published a few times. It's pretty cool.
So, last February, I believe it was, I went to New York City, and I got to see John Cameron Mitchell reprise his role as Hedwig.
I'm jealous.
And I think I cried almost every song.
Let's see. I'm going off of things that are like more recent, but I'm trying to like dig a little bit deeper, more interesting things about me, potentially more interesting things about me. When I was a kid, my mouth was too small to accommodate my adult teeth coming in, so they were coming in sideways, so they had to literally put a crank atop the cross of my, I went straight from molar to molar. They pulled 4 permanent molars, and then they would use a key, my dad would have to do it for me, and crank it a little bit each day, which slowly broke the bones apart and reset them for like over a year so that my teeth could properly grow in. I still needed braces. I had like really extensive orthodontic work after that, like, but and I actually still, I have a chip in my front tooth from biting my old labret ring.
I remember that.
Yeah, so like I like how I'm like, oh, I had all this orthodontic work, but hey, look at my chip that I did it myself.
Better on your tooth than your shoulder.
Oh, no. Oh no.
I can't take it back. Oh god. When I was a little kid, I had everything Barbie, and I had a Barbie-sized tennis ball that I got stuck up my nose. And they tried to get it out with tweezers, but the tweezers were too short, and they were worried I was going to aspirate it, and they even tried sucking it out with a straw. Like, parents will do anything when they're panicked about their kids, and they ended up taking me to the hospital and having it removed. I think it was like 4. I was little.
Oh, I was born, I'm going to get close, see if we can see this. See this right here? I have like a line. I was born with like a cyst, and it never stopped growing. God, I sound like a mutant. I was a mutant. I'm an X-Men.
I knew it.
I'm an X-Men. But yeah, I had a cyst, and it's actually really gross. So it wasn't like horribly big, but like it was there, and I could move it around. I always thought it was kind of neat because I could wiggle it under my skin. But they were afraid it would become cancerous at some point, so the doctors wanted it removed. And I was really, really young, and they said they would have to like slice my head open this way and pull my head down to avoid any scarring of my face since I was so young, and it would be like they'd have to go in kind of deep for it. And I flipped out, so they had told me that when I was probably in like 1st grade. And then I ended up not getting surgery until I was like in middle school because they freaked me out so badly, and that's why I have a scar there. And it was it was nothing. Like, they tested and everything, it was fine, but it was full of hair.
Anyways.
I remember that. I am so gross. I am disgusting with my mouth cranks and my cysts.
That's just not good.
I got no shame though, so I'll roll with it.
Let's see. I got my first tattoo on my 21st birthday, and it's something that my friend Christy has on her wrist, and it's something she drew.
I remember that. Mm-hmm. I got my first tattoo when I was 17. I got like a blue I got a blue star on my hip, and I only got it because I wanted a tattoo so bad, and I knew a place that would do it without carding me, so I got this like busted ass blue star.
I remember you were freaking out that it was dry, and I gave you lotion and it had perfume in it, and you were like, "Oh no, I can't blow on it! Someone blow on it!" So David was on the floor blowing on your hip, but it was so funny that he couldn't really blow, and I think he spit on you.
Yeah,
he
probably.
Was laughing.
Oh my god! Yeah, we were in high school still. Yeah, so I got that, and then when I was 21, my now husband took me to get it fixed, and I ended up with like just a bunch of stars. Like, it's the most generic tattoo I have, and I actually want it covered pretty badly, but, you know, no one sees it. It's my hips.
Hips.
Hips. My hips. My tattoos.
So, about 2 years ago, my friend Adam and I got addicted to a YouTube video called Walls Fall Out, and it's a weird person singing about anal prolapse. And every now and again, I get it stuck in my head, and I can't stop.
No, not that.
My laps.
Oh god, that was horrible. That was really horrible.
Walls fall out. You'll be scared.
Okay, so I do not eat McDonald's, but whenever I want like a soda, like a great big Diet Coke or something, and I'm on the run going shopping or whatever, I'll go to the McDonald's drive-thru just to get their big Diet Cokes because they're like $1, and I don't keep soda in my house. And without fail, every single time I go to a drive-thru, someone talks to me about my fucking tattoos. Even if I'm in a shirt like this where you can't see like everything going on, every time, how many of those you got? You a tattoo artist? I like your tattoos. It's like every single time.
Oh, gee golly. Such a mess. Such a mess. People are nuts. Let's see. I have a bachelor's of science in human services that I haven't done anything with except get internships.
I went to cosmetology school, and I worked at Salon 180 for a while, and I'm a housewife. Stay-at-home mom. Yeah. It happens. I guess neither of us kind of fulfilled any of that stuff.
When I was a kid, one of my favorite shows that I was obsessed with, and I mean like little kid, was this really old show called Zoobilee Zoo.
Me too. I was thinking Zoobilee Zoo. I used to watch before preschool every day before I went off to St. Andrews. It's funny because that'll go to my next one. My parents didn't really actually raise me, and no one ever talked about it, but my Aunt Nancy raised me. And it's so weird because everyone thinks that I have like no idea that this happened, but up until preschool, I basically lived with my Aunt Nancy, who passed away right before my second daughter was born. And yeah, because I would get up every morning and watch Zoobilee Zoo and Mr. Rogers at her house. It's like, did they not realize I remember sleeping here all the time? My mom is crazy. My father was crazy, but he just passed away. I guess that counts as 2 for me.
Wow. I have taxidermy in my house that I got for Christmas. Someone, my sister and my mother got me a jackalope that's dressed like a nun.
Does it have a cigarette in its mouth too?
No, it's wearing a habit.
I thought it had a cigarette in its mouth.
It's not a smoking nun. Or a smoking gun.
My middle name is Elizabeth. Well, it's
better than Elton.
Okay, that'll be my next one.
You're like such a dork. Every Christmas, my husband buys me a pair of low-top Chucks in a different color that I haven't had before.
That's a good one. My name is Kristina Elizabeth, but it's Christina with a K. That is legit, because, Swede. And my husband's name is Christopher Elton. So we're both Chris E. Chris E, and I'll leave my real last name out of it because I always do.
It's okay. Let's see. Lately my favorite, as far as lip color goes, is to buy from Jeffree Star. His velour lipstick, highly recommend.
Okay. My oldest daughter is named Scarlett, and I named her after Scarlett O'Hara from Gone with the Wind because that's also one of my favorite movies. And my youngest daughter's name is Lydia, and she's absolutely named after Lydia Dietz from Beetlejuice.
Sorry.
I'm like, yes.
Let's see. My parents have been divorced since I was in elementary school. And I remember, because I was in private school, all the kids told me that I had to try and get them to stay together, otherwise it would be my fault and God would be angry. Isn't that messed up?
When I was in Catholic middle school, they used to throw, because I was the gothiest goth kid that gothed anywhere. I had a black cape. We had uniforms, but on tag days, I had my black cape and I had all my things, like my corsets and stuff. I started super young. We've already gone over that part. But they used to throw, literally during PE, they would throw, volleyballs and basketballs at me. They would call me Satan Woman. They would accuse me of practicing voodoo and all sorts of crazy things. Crazy.
Golly.
They were horrible. Why am I not more... Oh, wait, I am. Sorry.
So, the spring of 11th grade, I moved, and so I had my senior year of high school at a completely new school system with people I did not know.
She left me. Yes, actually, we all went to the same... Well, we went to the same public high school, and our friends did, and by the time senior year hit, she had left. Our other good friend David had graduated the year before us, and then a bunch of people left, and I was left with nobody. I had no friends, but it also happened to be the year that I started going to alchemy underage on Thursday nights and was dating someone way too old. Wah wah.
Wah wah.
The DJ. I dated the DJ at the goth club. I don't know. It is late, and we're trying to get through this. We're crazed. We're crazed maniacs.
Super duper funny. This is weird. So right now, my bedspread and my sheets are bright red, and I have a zebra print comforter. It's weird, yeah. I usually have skulls, but not today.
Not today.
Satan.
I was gonna say not today, Satan. Let's see. Man, I feel like there should be so much more. There's so much more to say, but because we're on the spot, we're not saying the things we probably should. Or that would be more interesting to you guys. I have no idea, man.
Until I met my husband, I'd never had a pedicure.
Oh, interesting. I actually dated my husband... Jesus Christ on a cracker. 14 years ago. We dated, and then I left. Well, I'm sorry, honey. I left him. I broke up with him for the DJ at the goth club.
Oh, no.
He was older, too. They were both terrible people dating my young ass. Because I was 17. And then he was really persistent and kind of always kept checking in on me and trying to see me again. And it was really bizarre. But, because like I said, we dated when I was 17, and then when I turned 21, I had been living in Baltimore, and I had just moved back and gotten out of a bad relationship or whatever, and I'd been living with the person. He called me at my coming home party, moving back to Silver Spring party, and I was drunk, and I agreed to hang out with him, and I was like, oh man, I agreed to hang out with Casper. What was I thinking? And we met up the next day, and we've been together since. How about that for a love story? No, I love him to death. He's my world. He's my world. He knew It just took me some time to figure it out.
It's all good. So the first time my husband and I hung out at my house is just as like a night in. He brought over a movie for us to watch, and it was Secretary with Maggie Gyllenhaal.
You know what the first movie my husband and I watched together?
No.
Casper. And it was my husband's nickname is Casper. Pretty much everyone calls him Casper to this day but me. I called him Casper up until we got married, actually. And then I was like, oh, okay, I might as well call you by your real name now. But yeah, and so when he came over that first time, I put the Casper VHS in.
Oh, no.
Can I keep you?
When I was in 8th grade, I went a little bit boy crazy, and I was always being a little shit to my mom, so I spent the majority of 8th grade grounded. Sorry, Mom.
I don't know. I spent the majority of, like, I guess, my life grounded. If I was in my mom's house, I was grounded. I wasn't allowed to dye my hair colors or do anything, and that never stopped me. We all know how many colors I had in my hair. Never stopped me, but I would get grounded each time.
Fun.
Like, from what, though? I didn't, going to school.
Oh, gee golly. Last summer, my husband and I went to Myrtle Beach for a vacation, and we booked the party hotel. And so there was loud music and DJs. They had something called Rehab or Relax or something every Sunday. So the day that we showed up, there were DJs everywhere around, like, the pool, and there was a swim-up bar. Oh boy.
Did you
Hotel
do
Blue?
this?
No, we had no idea we did this. I just wanted a pool with a lazy river, beachside, and swim-up bar. That's all I wanted.
Party hotel.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that,
Hotel Blue.
oh, my husband and I spent our honeymoon in New Orleans, and it was amazing. And funny fact, I guess, about that, too, is that we found out that I was pregnant with my first daughter, what was it? 1 month. 1 month. September 1st we found out, and we were getting married on October 3rd. We had been engaged for a year and a half. Clearly, she wasn't 100% planned, which wasn't a problem. We wanted kids, so it wasn't, like, anything big. But so I ended up being pregnant in New Orleans, which worked in our favor because we were able to do all the tours. We got to go on all the ghost tours, the vampire tour, like the cemetery tours. We did everything, which otherwise we probably would have been drunk the whole time because we were staying right off of Bourbon Street. Like right at the end of it, we were like right off of Bourbon Street. So it would actually ended up being a lucky thing because we were able to enjoy it.
Very cool. My husband and I always go to his family reunions, and when we do, they're always in a weird state we've never been to, and we usually road trip it. So we've driven from Baltimore to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and then all the way down to Atlanta another time, and then we've also driven all the way to Tennessee. Drive a lot.
Furthest we've driven was to Florida because we went to Disney World for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party for our last anniversary, which was amazing because we got to see the Hocus Pocus show. I'm always doing jigs over here.
That's okay. No worries.
I'm done.
It's okay.
Are we almost done?
We're almost done.
We're almost done.
We're almost done.
Y'all are gonna be so bored with us. We're like, we don't know anything about ourselves.
We gotta do like 12 more. Let me see. I think I paint my nails at least 5 times a week. My fingernails.
I'm not that invested, but I try to. My family has 5 pets. My family being my husband and the kids. That sounds crazy. We have 5 pets. We have 3 cats. We have Wednesday, Elvira, and Salem, and then we have 2 dogs. And it's 2 black cats. Elvira and Salem are black cats, and Wednesday's a tortie, a long-haired tortie. We have 2 dogs. We have a Pomeranian named Azrael, and we have a pit bull named Frankie Stein. Yeah, the Pomeranian and the pit bull, and they're best friends. It's so cute, though. So cute.
Oh, gee golly. Let me see. Crazy. I feel nuts. I kept every single John Waters movie I have on VHS. I won't get rid of any of them because they're so hard to find now. I can't do it. I can't part with them at all.
I still have like my entire VHS collection, so I don't understand. Okay, so this is kind of funny. It's not necessarily maybe it's a random fact about me. So as I mentioned earlier, like I almost died when I had my second daughter, just from the hemorrhage and stuff. And I was on bed rest through that. Like she was born on August 31st, so I was on bed rest all through September and October. And that was the anniversary. My husband was building me this giant 6 foot toe pincher coffin display case for my Munsters. And my mom came to visit to like, help us out because she doesn't live anywhere near us. So she came into town to visit to help out since I was literally just stuck on bed rest. I couldn't do anything. And she walked in to visit and my husband was outside building the coffin. And she comes inside and she was like, why is your husband building this giant coffin? I'm like, well, in case. Because here's your random fact about me. I have an insanely morbid sense of humor. And mind you, like, it wasn't like, oh, wait, she might die. Like, I was dying. I was absolutely dying. There was no way I was supposed to pull through. And I'm still just like, oh, well, in case I die again.
Oh, my God. Oh, Jesus, what's wrong with you?
Is there time enough to start?
No.
We ain't going into those random facts.
Let's see. So I make and sell jewelry, and I have a whole bunch of shops in Baltimore as well as on the East Coast that carry a bunch of my stuff. And a couple of the shop owners I have never met. I've only communicated through email. I don't even know what they look like. It feels really weird to say that, but dang.
They just get boxes of your shit.
Yeah, they just get boxes of my stuff.
Balls of shit.
Like, I don't know what they look like. I just know, like, their names and where their shops are. It's weird. Except the local ones.
Let's see. Okay. So, the first time I ever saw Elvira was when I was a little girl. I was like, God, I can never remember. It was somewhere between like 7, 8. Probably 8. There's this place, because I live right outside DC, you used to. So it's very city here, but there's this random place called Country Boy off Georgia Avenue. You know what I mean? Yeah. It makes no sense. But this place, it's like, it has like farm fresh fruits and stuff and like beer, and it's just like this really random place. And during the fall season, they have pumpkins, because there's pumpkin patches, like, because the weird thing about Maryland is you're city to country to city, like everything is within 20 minutes of everything, so we can go to pumpkin patches very easily. But for my immediate area, like, it's city, so they have pumpkins there, and my dad would take me there every fall for pumpkins and to get himself beer, because that man loved himself some alcohol. And there was a big cardboard cutout of Elvira, and I saw her, and my dad, of course, was like, oh, look at her melons, because, Swedish with a funny voice, and I was like, that's what I want to be. like that is what I'm going to be when I grow up.
Let's see. So, for pretty much all of my life, my dad worked for MNCPPC, which is the Maryland National Capital Park and Planning Commission. So, the people that take care of the parks. And whenever the parks